As a nurse, have you ever stood up for yourself against a doctor's inappropriate behavior? I've been working trauma for 12 years, and you develop this gut feeling when something's off. So when they wheeled in this tiny 10-year-old girl with a broken arm, saying she fell off her scooter, every alarm in my head started screaming. The girl was named Emma, sweet kid with these big brown eyes that wouldn't look at anyone directly. Her stepfather Tony kept answering all the questions for her, even when I asked her simple things like, "Does this hurt?" or "Can you wiggle your fingers?" Every time I spoke to Emma, she'd glance at him first before nodding or shaking her head. What really got me was when I gently touched her shoulder to help position her arm for the x-ray. She flinched so hard she nearly fell off the bed. Kids don't react like that to gentle touches unless they've learned to expect pain. The x-rays came back showing a clean break in her radius, but there was something else. An old fracture in her ulna that had healed wrong, probably months ago. No medical records of it anywhere. I flagged this to Dr. Haley, the pediatrician on call that night. "Look at this," I said, pointing to the screen. "This old break was never treated properly. And did you see how she reacts when adults speak to her?" Dr. Fisher barely glanced at the films. "Kids fall all the time, Janelle. Unless there's obvious bruising or signs of sexual abuse, we stick to treating what's in front of us. Don't go playing detective." But I couldn't let it go. During my break, I called Emma's elementary school and spoke to the nurse there. Asked if she'd noticed any changes in Emma's behavior recently. "Oh yes," she said immediately. "Emma used to be this chatty little thing, always helping other kids with their art projects. But for the past few months, she's been withdrawn, missing a lot of school too. And when she does come in, sometimes her clothes are dirty or she smells like she hasn't bathed in days." That sealed it for me. I went back to Dr. Fisher with this information, plus my documented observations about Emma's flinching, her stepfather's controlling behavior, and the unexplained old fracture. "I'm telling you, something's not right here," I said. "We need to file a CPS report." Dr. Fisher got angry, really angry. "You're way out of line, Janelle. That man seems perfectly normal to me. You're letting your emotions cloud your judgment. We treat the medical issue and send them home." End of story. So I went around him. I found our hospital's child welfare liaison and laid out everything I'd observed and documented. She listened carefully, took notes, and agreed something seemed off. "I'm filing the report," she told me, "and I'm requesting an immediate forensic interview." 3 hours later, CPS showed up with a court order. They took Emma into protective custody right there in the hospital. Tony started screaming about lawsuits and how he'd sue everyone involved. The forensic interview happened the next day. Emma broke down and told them everything. Years of emotional abuse, being locked in her room for hours, forced to clean the house while Tony watched TV and drank beer. He'd grab her arm so hard it left bruises, shake her when she talked back. The old fracture happened when he shoved her into a coffee table 3 months ago. He never took her to a doctor, just told her to walk it off. The worst part was the starvation. Tony would lock the pantry and refrigerator, giving Emma one small meal a day as punishment for various imagined infractions. The school nurse's observations about poor hygiene made sense now too. Tony wouldn't let her shower regularly as another form of control. Tony was arrested that same day. Child endangerment, abuse, neglect, the charges kept piling up. 2 days later, Dr. Fisher got called into a meeting with hospital administration. Turns out, failing to report suspected child abuse when you're a mandated reporter is a serious offense. His medical license got suspended pending a full investigation by the state board.